Welcome to We Connect, and thank you so much for joining us on this program. Mrs. Usha Krishnan is my guest here today. Now, she's the president of the World Crafts Council. The World Crafts Council has recently held a most successful, over a week-long Festival of Crafts here in Chennai City, and it's been really, really well received. And that's precisely what we're going to ask her about, the whole craft scene in our country. Thank you so much, Usha, for being here with me.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for inviting me here.
But first of all, you are the first lady from India to ever head this World Crafts Council. What an honor. I mean, and quite a task, I'll bet. Tell me.
It is an honor because I think it was started in New York City by two Americans, but co-founded by Kamala Devi Chattopadhyaya. And although she was one of the co-founders, we never had an opportunity all these years to offer a president as a lady for a presidency or a man for the presidency. But I'm so happy finally it has happened, and it has been a 4 years of a lot of fun and a lot of work.
I would imagine so. Yeah. Would you say that a kind of culmination is the fact that you've held this hugely successful, whole crafts, 1 week of crafts galore in our city? I mean, it's been quite astounding. Are you satisfied with the way the whole thing has gone?
Yes, surely. Very, very happy how it went, and it has been very, very successful because I think more than anything else, it was the 4th year, the annual general meeting that we normally have. And when you have things that go along with it, like a seminar, a workshop, a living legend workshop where living legends were able to participate with each other, talk about each other's problems, their material problems, technology, everything. And also have an international craft expo where I think we were trying to get crafts from different parts of the world, from member countries who participated. Idea for the thing was our people should know what is the kind of crafts that are happening in different parts of the world. And then I think most successful was our craft film festival. It was not a film festival, it was a film contest where it was open only to students from all parts of the world. And we had about 70 entries from different parts of the world. Right. And out of that, I think 50 came in properly. And then we had one round of jurors who took out 15 out of them. In the second round, 3 have been chosen to the first 3 prizes. And I think this was done mainly to build up an archives of craft movies because we are doing a project with the school children.
Right.
We take traditional crafts people as teachers to go into schools. And 6th, 7th, 8th classes in the schools are given craft train. I mean, they let them handle crafts with their hands to teach them. They also get to hear stories from the traditional crafts people. And also, it's beautiful. Right. And then we also show them movies about craft from different parts of the world.
Right. You know what struck me? I didn't get to everything, but I need to confess that I have a big hole in my wallet as a result of what you organized. However, there were just so many different things, Usha. I mean, here you are yourself talking about the different activities. What a huge, huge event to actually organize. It must have been ages in the organizing. How long did you take?
No, we've taken nearly a year, I think. Really? I mean, thinking about it a year back, and then I think slowly things have fallen into place.
Right.
But I think the last 6 months have been really a whole lot of work for everybody.
I know.
But what was so beautiful, like I had been mentioning, is that I had visited Santa Fe in America, where they have a big craft fair.
California.
And what was fantastic there was to see the volunteerism of the people there, those 3 days when the craft exhibition is going on. I think whatever occupation you are, you leave everything and come and help the exhibition.
Did you have that same sort of thing here?
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that finally I think Chennai has woken up, which is Madras, and I think it is, even better than what I found in there, because here for nearly 2 weeks, it was not even a week of activities, it had been 2 weeks of activities, because we started with all this art galleries showcasing about 11 art galleries in and around Chennai, showcasing some craft event. So we started, I think, first on the 24th of September and culminated on the 10th, so which is nearly 2 weeks of activity or different crafts happening.
In fact, some of it is still going on as we speak.
It's still going on. I think the exhibitions are on till the 14th. The craft bazaar in Valuvarkottam is on till the 14th, and so I think it's fantastic, and I've seen that volunteerism here, and I think it's waiting to sort of go further. I think.
Wonderful. I mean, I'm sure you spearheaded an amazing event, and it's just been wonderful. Now, tell me, were you enthused, and do you believe that something like this actually recreates an interest in beautiful stuff that's handmade? I mean, I know I picked this up at one of the exhibitions, and I promised the artisan that I would wear it on the show with you.
How
so
nice.
do you think that there is an increased awareness and increased enthusiasm towards beautiful things, and our country has so much to offer?
I surely think so, because I think that was one of the reasons that we wanted to create a buzz about crafts around. And I think this is where I think everybody could help by being in the news all the time. Not a person, I'm saying the crafts person, or one of a craft should be in the news all the time, because I think this is the reason that we said we have to do so many events, so that the attention of the public would be drawn to this, attention of the public would be drawn to the crafts of this country, the crafts of from all parts of the world.
Right.
And I hope I have done it in a small way. I think this is just a beginning, because I mean, there's so many mistakes we have made, and I'm sure in case we do this again, I'm sure we'll not do the same mistakes again.
Well, Usha, if there were mistakes, they were absolutely not obvious to the people who came.
I'm so happy about that.
Truly.
No, because I think when we had gone to, some of the sponsors have been very generous, and when Exim Bank had offered to support the movies, the Craft Film Festival, he said, "You're doing a good job, so why don't I do this every year? Do it every year, and we can fund it."
How
so
lovely.
I said, "How lovely!" And he said, "If you also do this international craft bazaar, maybe we could even fund that." So now we have to seriously think about doing things like that, because also said that why don't I do this in the month of December when other things are happening? So it will be music, dance, everything, and then it will be craft and a whole lot of other things. So it would be and I think Chennai is the cultural capital of the country, I would call it, and I think we are reinforcing that message that Chennai should be the cultural capital of the country.
Now, having said that, you could very well consider doing something almost annually. There's no question of you resting on your laurels, of course.
I am going to really rest on my laurels for a long time.
No, you're not allowed to.
But there are so many others now. I'm sure somebody else can take it and the same thing forward, because it should not be dependent on individuals, but I think it should finally be the organization which takes it forward.
Right.
And I think this is something that not only me, the next president who's now coming from China, and he's become the next president, I give over my term. I mean, my term gets over end of December 31st. But I think the next 2 months we'll be handing over papers and things like that. But we have told him also, that he should be doing things like this in every part of the world. And I think this is just a beginning, and we hope that these things will keep continuing to happen, not only in this country, but all over the world.
Yes, that's right. Now, of course, we were talking about people who actually come to the exhibitions and who actually participate. We're going to go now for a very short break, Usha. But when I come back, I'm going to ask you about the craftspersons themselves, because, of course, they are central to this entire movement about craft. Time for us to go for a very quick break. We'll get right back with you here and reconnect. Please don't go anywhere. There was...